Okay. So starting off with a simple question, and I need your answers in the comments. What makeup? What does makeup do to you? What do you think about makeup?
I'm not good in makeup, first of all. I think it enhances certain features of your face. If we can have our audience comment in the section your answers, what do y'all think makeup does to you? We'll take a look at your answers and then our speaker will continue. Okay, we have an answer telling self-confidence. Wow, we already have empowering women today.
Yes, it enhances us confidence. Great. So, according to me, makeup can make you damn beautiful, but at the same time, it can also spoil your face. Yes, you heard me right. If you don't use the correct makeup products and the correct makeup techniques, then you are going to spoil your entire makeup. Makeup is not something rocket science, and it is easy, it is simple, and if you know your techniques, then yes, girl, you are a beauty. We have seen many makeup artists on YouTube like suggesting us for a normal makeup. They use about 12 plus products, and which for me seems to be more time consuming, and I don't like too much of product on my face on a daily basis, which is going to damage our skin as well. And I also request we shouldn't end up buying too much high-end products like MAC, Sephora, Huda Beauty, Morphe, even brands like Lakme, Maybelline, Calabar. These are affordable brands. They do good job and also good for everyday makeup look. So I am here today to suggest you my own personal techniques and my own products and the techniques that I follow. This might or might not work for you because not all the products is going to work for everyone. All right? You believe in that?
Yeah, I think all of us are different skin types, no? So it differs.
Correct. The product that suits me will not suit you. The product that suits you might not suit me because all of us are different. We react differently to each brands and each products. Saying that, let's not talk further. Let's jump into it. I am not gonna pay a lot for this makeup. Are you ready?
I'm all set because I really need to know how to not buy MAC and Huda Beauty and all of that, but still be able to enhance and make a good look.
Starting off with another question. Which facial feature is going to give life to your makeup? Which facial feature is going to give life to your makeup?
Can we have our audience do some replies in the comment section? Because I'm doubtful. I do not know which feature does that. I really want to know now.
Is it eyes? It is lips? What is it? Eyes, nose.
Okay. Okay, a lot of them are telling eyes. A lot of them are telling eyes.
Okay. For me, the facial feature that is going to give life to your makeup is your eyebrows. He can do the magic.
Okay.
If you have thick eyebrows, then yes, you are more blessed. If you have an eyebrow like me, which is too thin, and it takes ages to do your eyebrows, and also it's so tricky. So I don't go for like eyebrow gels and eyebrow powders, which is time consuming, need lot of patience. So when you're quick for your office work, you're in some urgency, you can do the technique that I am going to teach you today. It is simple. It may seem or look funny, guys, but this can be done in few seconds, and the end result is going to look more beautiful. So all you need is a makeup palette, the eyeshadow palette, whichever you have, and also a makeup brush like this. Okay. So first, what you have to do is use this comb to comb your eyebrows. Then on the brush side, the bristle side, you're going to take a black eyeshadow from the eyeshadow palette. You can go for dark browns or even a black one. I prefer going for a black. So just try to take as little as possible. Don't take too much of eyeshadows or else it's going to, go more thick. So I'll just do a small demo. So here you can see this eyebrow is not done and this is like more in shape and it's darker. So I'll tell you how to do this. For this trick, you have to be more forceful and more fast. You need to do strokes. So how can we do that? Keep this brush on your eyebrows like this and keep doing fast strokes.
Okay. One of them is asking, will black be too dark? What color will you? It won't?
It depends. It depends. Dark brown.
Okay.
Yeah. The one that I
okay.
is dark black.
Okay.
So you have to do like this, few strokes. While you do, you can start seeing that your eyebrow is getting into the shape and also getting more darker. Once you are okay with the end result, then your eyebrows is done in just few seconds. It's that simple. So after the eyebrows, let's check about moisturizers. Picking up a moisturizer is a must. Whatever skin type you have, maybe it's oily skin, dry skin, or combination skin, you need to choose a moisturizer. For dry skin and normal skin, you can go for a moisturizer that is thick, the cream that is thick, which is going to hydrate your darkest dry skin. And also for oily skin, you can choose lotion types in which water is the main ingredient. And also some key guidelines in which you can look into the product before purchasing are like first the SPF 30, which most of the dermatologists recommend us to protect our skin from suntan and other stuffs. And then the antioxidants like the moisturizers that have pomegranate and chamomile, green tea. So these antioxidants can make us look fresh and glowing. Even I suggest for oily skin and acne prone skin, you can try out anti-aging products, and also don't use moisturizers that is going to clog into your pores. For sensitive and itchy skin, try to find a moisturizer that is, that doesn't have too much of fragrance and hypoallergenic, which doesn't have harsh chemicals in it. For a better purchase, you can just apply the cream on your hand in this area, and the next day you can check out if you have any allergic or any negative reactions, and then you can do it on your face the next day. Yes,
do you suggest we do that on all products, all new products? Do we test it on the skin first?
Yeah, it's everyone can do it, but mostly the sensitive skin types can check it beforehand.
Okay, we have one question. What about vitamin C serum? Is it good to use before moisturizer? Vitamin C serum.
Okay, vitamin C serum can brighten up your face. It's good too, but it depends on the skin type you have. If you have dry skin, then you can go with a serum and then a moisturizer. But if you have kind of combination skin or like the the oil skin, I suggest you not to go for two products like serum and moisturizer, which is going to make more oily to your face. So be careful in that. Next, I want to show you the product that I currently use. This is, I have a dry skin and I use this Lakme Peach Milk Soft Cream, and looks like a pink kind of thick cream. This hydrates well, and I heard many people telling me like, the moisturizers tend to be oily, greasy, or it can darken our skin, but it's not the thing. I also thought like that before, but the product that you use, the product that you buy you should be careful in that. So even the products that I used before were oily and greasy, but this product, when I tried it, it was hydrating me so much. I don't have any oily or greasy. It just glow my face. Okay. So this is the moisturizer that I was using. Another moisturizer I use is this Lakme Absolute Argan Oil Radiance. It has a perfect fragrance also. It is like a serum consistency, and I usually use this overnight. So these serum types can be used overnight, and the moisturizers, normal moisturizers can be used in the morning. After seeing the moisturizers, let's think about BB cream and foundation. I usually don't apply BB cream or foundation for a daily look because it's going to be like too much fake. And if you want to be more brighter, if you want a brightening glow, you can go for a foundation. And the foundation that I currently like is this Milani 2-in-1. It is a foundation and a concealer. I bought the shade Sand Beige because the same shade similar to my skin tone. So when I apply it on my face, I don't feel like I have a moisturizer. I mean a foundation. So that's, if you need a brighter one, you can take 2 shades lighter to your skin tone, which is optional. Going on to the lipsticks. Lipsticks can make your makeup look natural or bold. So you need to be careful in choosing your lipsticks. And I always prefer using matte lipsticks, the matte finish, because they are more natural and subtle instead of a glossy one. And the shades that I choose are, like browns, nudes, light maroons, and also peach. I have a lot of shades, but I want to show only the ones that are suitable for this look. This is a lipstick from Maybelline, Touch of Spice 660. So it's kind of a light maroon, and it looks so beautiful on your lips. And another product that I bought recently for my lipsticks, I am in love with it. It is like mini 16 lipsticks, and it comes in a cute tiny package, and it is from Just Herbs. This is the package. All the lipsticks are, all are nudes. So all the lipsticks suits this kind of makeup. This is the size of it.
Okay, that's so cute and tiny.
Yeah, it's easy to carry, easy to apply. I love it. It stays for 4 to 5 hours if you don't have any intake of food. Saying that, I also want to tell you how to apply the lipsticks in a natural way. The first thing is you can apply the lipstick all over your lips and then take a tissue paper and remove it so that it gives a natural look. The second thing is you can use your fingers and apply it over your lips. The third thing is you can take the lipstick and just start tapping it like this all over your
just like acha, okay.
So these techniques can make your lips more natural and subtle. Moving on to the next, I am going to go to the favorite part. It is eyes. Okay. If you have dark circles, please do hide them with a concealer, or else it is going to look horrible, guys. So you need a concealer for this. And I have lots of dark circles, and I use this one from Color Essence. It is actually a foundation pan stick, but I use it as a concealer, and it works so fine. You need a flat brush and apply it on all over your eye area, and use a finger for your underneath eyes.
I'm just gonna pause you there. A lot of them are asking questions about the names of the brands again and wanting to repeat. To all you beautiful ladies, after the event, Rana is available on Instagram. You can DM her with all your questions. She will be available to answer to you. You can continue now.
Yeah. Thank you for all your comments. I am there to reply all your queries. And now, after the concealer part, I want something, some kind of eye shade that is going to give a warm look to my eyes, which is going to waken up my eyes, which is going to open up will show it more bigger and wider. And no one knows that I woke up 5 minutes back. Okay, so
I think I
shade-
need that every time before I go for a talk. It's right from my bed I get ready and go. So I think I have to listen to this more attentively.
So for that, the shades that I choose are warm beiges, light browns, or even a rusty orange kind. And for that, you need a blending brush like this. Okay, so this is the blending brush. And you need some eyeshadows. This is from MIB US. It has all the eyeshadows in it. You know, greens, pinks, all the browns, golds. It comes in two palettes. If you can see, this brown shade or this one you can use. Or this kind of rusty orange. So I'll do a demo now. So you need to apply this eyeshadow in the crease area. So that's where we are concentrating. So what's the crease area? How can we find it? Below the eyebrow, when you touch and see, you can see the bone part. Okay? And when you close your eyelids and when you touch your eyelid, you can see the end of your eyeballs. And then in the middle is that, the lightest soft skin. So that's where we are going to apply this eyeshadow. You just need to take the eyeshadow and just keep it in the outer corner and start moving it inward and outward. So that's how you do it on the crease area. When you come to the middle part and the inner part, make sure you don't use too much of products because it can look more, so don't use like too much product in the middle part and the inner part. Just concentrate on the outer ends. After your, some people also say that they don't know to do, the straight line like this. The eyeshadow,
the wings,
down. So you can hide it, or you can use a sellotape for that, and then you can start using it. Once you're done, you can remove your sellotape.
Okay.
And then
so one of the doubts that we had was, and that's something even I want to ask. So after you apply makeup, after some time it starts getting dark, like your skin looks dark.
Spray, makeup setting spray, which will hold on all the makeup for about 6 to 8 hours. You can try that stuff. If still you feel something like that, then might be you should change your products. Some products might not be good for you. And that's how you do it. So after the, after doing your eyeshadow at the end in your crease, you have to concentrate on your middle part and the inner part of your eyelids. So for that, go for a shimmery shade like gold, silver. You can even use highlighters for this. So just gives a pop of, sparkling look on your eyelids. And after your eyeshadows are done, we need to decide whether you need an eyeliner or a kajal. For some, eyeliner looks good. For some, kajal looks good. And if you have both of them together, then it's going to be more bold look. So I basically go for eyeliner. And it's a fake liner. And I don't use eyeliner because it gives more sharp lines and it's more dark. But the makeup that I have now is not what I am speaking about. So don't get that for now. I am in a different eye look. And for that, for the fake eyeliner, you need a flat makeup brush like this. And you need even eyeshadow palette. Take a black eyeshadow and start doing how you do your normal wing eyeliner. Start pressing the product first in a diagonal way and then start filling it in with a wing. And once you go to the middle and the inner part, make sure it is close to your eyelashes. You can also go with in your the lower part of your eyes if you want. The next thing is mascara. I usually wear my mascara because it is going to open up my eyes more. So that is optional, guys. If you want, you can use the mascaras. And the two mascaras that I use are from Maybelline. One is Colossal and one is Hyper Curl Volume. This black one works more good for me because it gives more volume and does more pigmentation. So after eye makeup, I'm going to talk about blushes and contours. They both are really, really optional. If you are going to an office or a meeting, and if someone has like a sagging jaw, too much of cheeks, and if you want to make your nose thin, you can do all the contouring techniques for that. And I'm just skipping that now because that's not much needed. And the last part of the makeup is something that I don't skip. I just love doing that. It's going to give glow. You know, any guesses what's that? What's that product?
Do any of our viewers know that? Because all what she has told me right now is very new. That's something I've learned. I'm going to probably try it out after the event and go around with makeup in my house. Can we have our viewers tell us?
It's going to glow your face. We are done with lipstick. Yeah, highlighter.
Oh, okay.
So highlighters, you know, they are going to give such glow and shine to your face, and it's just going to change your entire makeup look. So I have these two highlighters from Wet n Wild. These are like, you know, the powder types. But I usually don't prefer using powder or even, you know, for the blush. For the blush and the highlighters, I don't use a powder one because they tend to be more rough, fake kind. So I always suggest you to use a cream type or a liquid for a highlighter or a blush. So the one that I love is this Master Strobing Stick from Maybelline. It looks so beautiful. I just love this product. You just need to use it in your hands. If you can see the shine it has, you need to apply them on the tip of your nose, on the bridge of your nose, and on your cheekbones, below your eyebrows, and also on your chin, your upper lips. Wherever you want the shine to be, you can apply them. And guys, still it's not done. We have another subject that is also, you know, will make your makeup look good or bad. You have any idea what's that? We have another subject.
Okay. Can the viewers help me out here? You are talking so much about things. These are pretty simple and everyday technique, you know. These are just very simple tips that we should just remember.
Daily look, for office look, and for malls.
Okay, we have answers telling foundation, contouring. Oh, one very nice person says that smile. Thank you very much. That's the only makeup I should do, I think.
Setting spray is, yeah, it is used for, you know, for heavy makeup, but setting spray for daily makeup, I don't do that. Baking with powder, no. If you have oily skin, you can use baking powders. Okay, I'll tell you what's that. Hairstyles. You know, guys, hairstyles make a lot of difference. Hairstyles can make your face look long or wide. And also, you need to be careful because some hairstyles that doesn't suit you will turn your makeup bad. So the hairstyles that I'm recommending today are, you know, it's not I'm telling you to do straightening or curling your beautiful hair every day. Just simple hairstyles which is going to do a lot of difference. You can take a middle part and you can clip both the sides with a hair clip and leave it free. Or you can go with a ponytail at the back or with a messy bun. And if you don't like middle parting, you can go with a side parting, or you can go with a side fish braid or a French braid, you know, which suits you. So you can go with that kind of hairstyle. So now you are ready to glow. Simple, fast, and also beautiful. And my little suggestion is we should start grooming even when we are at our home. even if you're the only person available in your phone. Okay, as I said, grooming is not only about physical beauty, it is also going to improve your confidence and self-esteem. Be beautiful before your parents, be beautiful before your husband, be beautiful before your friends and kids, and more importantly, stand beautiful in front of your creator too. And I also want to end up saying God is beautiful and loves beauty. Makeup is just an extra tool that is going to enhance the beauty that already exists. All of you are beautiful girls. This makeup is just a tool to make it more pretty. Okay? And I also feel like some people saying I am dark in skin tone and I don't feel anything good on my skin. Have you seen the Africans? They have darker skin tone, but still they have the foundation that is suitable for their skin type. They know which shade of lipstick and which shade of the eyeshadows to use. That's the technique we need to find. Each one should find our own techniques. All right, and anyone can be beautiful. I'm not talking only about the dark skin tones now. Even the Chinese, Koreans, they have these small hooded eyes and they know the techniques like how to apply the eyeliner, which is going to make their eyes look more big and, open up. So color doesn't matter, your features doesn't matter. You are beautiful and you can enhance your beauty. And you can just if you have any questions also you can DM us on our page and I am ready to reply all of you there. And thank you so much and thanks for your support and love.
Thank you, Rana.
Thank you.
All right. Oh my God, what an interesting session that